Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video we're going to learn how to update Google Sheets row for Pipefy card marked as done. So I am an owner of an event planning company and I have created some event cards with the help of Pipefy, and I've also created a record of all those cards in my Google Sheets. So my objective is that whenever I'm going to update the status of the card as done in my Pipefy account, automatically the status of that same card should also be updated in my Google Sheets account as well. For that, what we are going to do is we're going to simply create an automation between Pipefy and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect runs on two concepts, that is trigger and action. In this process, my trigger application is going to be Pipefy and my action application is going to be Google Sheets. So if you want to learn how to do this automation, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to update Google Sheets row when Pipefy card is marked as done. So I am an owner of an event management company and I have created some cards of my events in my Pipefy account, as you can see right over here. So my objective is that whenever the card that I've created in a Pipefy account is marked as done, automatically, as I've kept the record of all those cards in my Google Sheets, the status of the card should also be updated in my Google Sheets. For that, what we are going to do is we are going to simply create an automation between Pipefy and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, you have to click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. Then a new dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for a workflow name. So I'm going to give a name to my workflow as Update Google Sheets for Pipefy card marked as done. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. Next, it is asking for us to select a folder. On the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, you have to click on this drop down arrow. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select Pipefy Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving a name to a workflow and selecting the folder, we're going to click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Update Google Sheets for Pipefy card marked as done, and there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, another says Action. Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. Firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to set up our trigger step by click on this arrow right over here. And for the trigger application, we are going to select it as Pipefy. So for the trigger application, I'm going to select it as Pipefy, and for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as card done. We are selecting our trigger application as Pipefy and our trigger event as card done because we want that whenever the status of the card that I've created in a Pipefy account is marked as done, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response of that card. After that, we're going to click on Connect in order to connect Pipefy with Pabbly Connect. Then a new window is going to appear on which you have to click on Add New Connection. As soon as you're going to click on Add New Connection, over here it is asking for the token. With the help of this token, we are going to connect Pipefy with Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below. Firstly, we need to log into our Pipefy account and then you have to go to the tokens page. For that, click on this tokens right over here. So this is the tokens page. As you can see right over here, it says personal access tokens. Okay, we are going to generate a new token by click on this button. Over here it is asking for the token name, so I'm going to give a name to my token as test, as you can see right over here. Next, we're going to click on save right over here. As soon as you're going to click on save, a token value is provided. We're going to save this token right over here. So this is the token. I'm going to open this token. So this is the token value. I'm going to copy this token value and I'm going to paste this token value right over here in the workflow that we are creating, and then we're going to click on save right over here. As you can see, that was fully connected Pipefy with Pabbly Connect. After that, it is asking for us to select a organization. So for the organization, I'm going to select my organization name, that is right over here. Next, it is asking for the pipe. So for the pipe over here, you can see I've created a pipe in the name of Event Management. So for the pipe over here, I'm going to select it as Event Management. And next, it is asking for the webhook name. So for the webhook name, I'm going to give a webhook name as test. So this is the webhook name that I've given. So after filling all the details, I'm going to click on save and send test request. As you can see over here, it is saying waiting for response. So now what we are going to do is, it is waiting for a response. We are going to mark one of our cards that we have created in our Pipefy account as done, and then we are going to check whether Pabbly Connect capture the response of that card that we have marked as done or not. For that, I'm going to open my Pipefy account. So this is my Pipefy account right over here, and these are the cards that I've created, and these are some events that I've created. Now we're going to mark the event as done. So I'm going to open a random event from here. So this is the card that I've created in the name of strategic management event, and now we're going to mark this card as done by clicking right over here. And as you can see over, it says your card has successfully moved to done, and over here you can see in the status over here it says as done. So as we have marked the card as done, we're going to open our Pabbly Connect account, and we're going to check whether Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the card that we have marked as done or not. For that, I'm going to open the workflow that we have created. I'm going to scroll down, and yes, as you can see right over here, we have received a response and the card is marked as done. As you can see right over for the card name as strategic management event. So this means that we successfully connected Pipefy with Pabbly Connect. Okay, after setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. For that, we click on this arrow right over here, and as our objective is that whenever a card is marked as done in our Pipefy account, automatically the card status should be also updated in our Google spreadsheet row, as I've also created a record of all those cards in my Google spreadsheet. Okay, so what we are going to do is, for the action application, we are going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm going to select my action application as Google Sheets, and for the action event, we're going to select it as lookup spreadsheet rows v2. Okay, why are we selecting our action application as lookup spreadsheet rows v2? Because simply, if I'm going to tell you that how we're going to select a specific card has to be marked as done. How are we going to select that? For that, we have applied this lookup spreadsheet row v2, so that with the help of the card ID that we have received in our previous step, we can mark that specific card as done in this spreadsheet. Okay, and that is why we have applied our action event as lookup spreadsheets row v2. Okay, then we're going to click on connect. In order to connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, a new window is going to appear, on which you have to click on add new connection. But if you have an existing connection, you can choose this option. After that, we're going to click on sign in with Google. A new window is going to appear, on which we have to click on allow, as a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect. As you can see that we successfully authorized Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. After authorizing Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, over here it is asking for us to select a spreadsheet. So I have created a spreadsheet in the name of Pipefy card details. For the spreadsheet, I'm going to select it as Pipefy card details. And for the sheet over here, I'm going to select as sheet 1, because I've created a single sheet in the name of sheet 1, as you can see right over here. Over here, it is asking for us to put the lookup value. For the lookup value over here, we're going to provide the value that we want to look up to. So as we want to look for the card ID right over here, so what we're going to do is, for the lookup value right over here, we're going to map the data of the card ID. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this automation process. Over here, you can see after clicking on this field, over here it says Pipefy card done, and this was the same previous step of this automation workflow, as you can see right over here. If I'm going to click on this arrow right away, you can see this was the same response that was captured in our previous step. And as we want to map the data for the card ID right away, so I'm going to map the data for the card ID that we have received in our response. Okay, as I mapped the data right away here, the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the data right over here is going to be updated. Next, it is asking for the lookup column. Which column do we have to look up to? So as the column over here we have to look up for is A. So what we are going to do is, for the lookup column, we are going to select it as A. Next, it is asking for the end column of the data. So for the end column of the data, as we are looking for the column A, can be infinite. So what we are going to do is, in place of this end column of the data, I'm going to write it as A as well. Okay. After that, it is asking for all these details. We're going to skip the part as we don't require this field. After that, I'm going to click on save and send test request. As you can see over here, we have received a response, and the response that we have received over here, it says the card ID is provided right over here for the row index right over here. And with the help of this row index, what we are going to do is, we are going to update the status of our spreadsheet that we have created for the card that we have marked as done. Okay. After that, we're going to add another action step by clicking on this plus button right over here. And for the action application, we are going to again select it as Google Sheets. And for the action event over here, we are going to select it as update row. And then we're going to click on connect. In order to connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, a new window is going to appear, on which I'm going to select the existing connection. But if you want, you can add a new connection. I'm going to click on save right over here. As you can see that we successfully authorized Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. After authorizing over here, it is asking for us to select a spreadsheet. So for the spreadsheet, I'm going to select it as Pipefy card details. and for the sheet as sheet 1 right over here. Next it is asking for the row index, and as I've already told you, we are going to use the row index that we have received in our previous step. So we're going to map the data of the row index that we have received in our previous step. Okay. Next it is asking for the card ID, title, description, due date and status. These are the fields that we have created in our Google spreadsheet, as you can see right over here. And as we just want to update the status of the card as done, so over here I'm going to manually type in as done because we want to update the status of the card as done. After filling all the details, I'm going to click on save and send test request. As you can see that we've received a response over here, and the response that we have received is a positive response. Now I'm going to open my Google Sheets and I'm going to check whether the status is successfully updated in our Google Sheets or not. I'm going to open my Google Sheets, and yes, as you can see right over here, for the card strategic management event, the status is successfully updated as done. So this means that I successfully created an automation between Pipefy and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. But now for all of you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the status of another card and mark it as done, and I'm going to check whether the status of this card right over here updated over here in our Google Sheets or not. For that I'm going to open my Pipefy account. So this is my Pipefy account, and I'm going to update the status of this card right over here. So the card name is creative writing event, as you can see right over here. So I'm going to update the card by clicking on done right over here. So as you can see over, it says card successfully moved to done. That means the status of the card is marked as done, as you can see right over here. Now I'm going to open my spreadsheet that I've created in my Google Sheets, and I'm going to check whether the status of this card creative writing event is updated as done in our spreadsheet or not. For that I'm going to open my spreadsheet, and yes, as you can see right over here, the status of this card is updated as done in our spreadsheet as well. So this means that we successfully created an automation between Pipefy and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of an event managing company, and I've created some event cards in my Pipefy account, and I've also created a record of all those cards in my Google Sheets as well. So my objective is that whenever any of my card is marked as done in my Pipefy account, automatically the status of that same card should also be updated in my Google Sheets, and the status should be marked as done as well. For that, what I've done is I created an automation between Pipefy and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect, and this is how we create an automation between these two applications. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.